This is appropriate, this darkness of the video, because this video talks about Darth Sidious. The man who is among the most conniving, crafty, evil characters ever created. And the lore just adds to it. While I talked about Obi-Wan, it was light outside and beautiful. This one is the opposite. Darth Sidious was born from the second wife of his father. His mother, yeah, she took care of him. She only went through the motions of being a mother. That's it. Barely showed him love. She just doing her motherly duties. Made sure he was cleaned, well kept, taught. You know, the basic shit. His father, barely around. Father was really busy with work and everything of being a politician. So it makes sense that young Palpatine, grew up without no love because it wasn't shown to him. The people around him that raised him were basically robots. So it was pretty much ingrained in him to become the person who he became. This man, once the dark side was introduced to him by Darth Plagueis, it was like he was coming home. He embraced it. He showed no hesitation. This is what he was born, he felt, to be: a Sith Lord, a man who ruled by fear. He hated his parents. He had no trouble killing them. Nope. Because he always wanted to kill them. It was just a matter of a little push from Darth Plagueis to prove his loyalty to him, you know. So to prove his loyalty, he had to kill his parents. That's what he did. Now, I was watching a video where Sidious was, his background, how he was turned to the dark side. I liked the story. I liked it. I thought it was very well written. I only had one problem with it. One problem. He hesitated a couple of times. He even said, I heard that the Sith are evil. I didn't like those parts. I'm going to tell you why. Because I personally, as far as Sidious is concerned, I thought about this off and on throughout the years. And I've never, not one time, pictured him hesitating to embrace the dark side or calling the dark side evil. Yeah, he heard it was evil, but come on. Come on. Once he learned more about it from Plagueis, he was convinced otherwise it was just another way to live. It was another side of the Force. Hell, Sidious even convinced himself, if you ask me, that it was the true side of the Force. If there is any good, I say that lightly, in Darth Sidious, Palpatine is very, very small. This man thrived on control. He thrived on hatred. He thrived on giving pain. How do I know that? Star Wars Episode 6, as he was torturing Luke with that Force lightning. He could have killed Luke easily, but he wanted to torture him because that's what Sidious liked. Obviously, that was his downfall. And he knew Luke Skywalker was right when he says, your overconfidence is your weakness. Was Luke right, according to Sidious? In fact, I take that back. He didn't believe Luke was right. He thought Luke was wrong. His overconfidence was his strength. Excuse me for that. Missed that error there. Sidious didn't believe that. I don't believe he believed that Luke was right. It was a strength. How dare this young boy say something like this to Sidious? To strike me down, complete your turn to the dark side. He didn't care if he lived or died. That's how cold and calculating Sidious was. He didn't even give a fuck how long he lived. It was just, he just lived for the moment. So if Luke struck them down and turned to the dark side, he won, even if it killed him. Even though Vader intervened and stopped Luke from striking him down. So Sidious didn't give a shit about his own life, let alone other people. He used Vader as a pawn. Had Vader not lost against Obi-Wan Kenobi on Mustafar, and he would have killed him, hey, Sidious would have felt he won because he turned the young man to the dark side. And he already christened him Darth Vader. He was also, even though he couldn't wait to take over the galaxy, he was very patient. It was about over 13 years when he finally turned the galaxy against the Jedi and had that Order 66 executed. He enjoyed it a lot. He enjoyed playing like he was this regular human, not force sensitive, and everything, He enjoyed every fucking second of it. And in fact, if you ask me, I think it went a little bit too fast for old Palpatine. Yeah. So, those are my thoughts on Darth Sidious. This man was evil to the core, wicked, cold, very calculating. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, is my vision of Darth Sidious and how I see him. It's Y Chromosome. Signing out. Peace and love.